welcome. It is very gray and rainy here where I am on the East Coast this morning. So feeling a little tired and fatigued, having some gentleness and softness towards myself, and wanted to offer an emotional freedom technique, tapping, related to accepting the states that we are in, the things that we are out of our control, working on the desire of a certain outcome, but also being able to let it go and trust that whatever happens is in the best interest of you. I also wanted to integrate in these negative beliefs of self related to feeling taken advantage of, feeling used, people pleasing. So all of that's opening up and coming up for me today. And so to work through that with this amazing technique of tapping, getting into the subconscious layers through activation of your parasympathetic nervous system, slowing down the system and opening up your heart. Our heart is thousands and thousands of times more powerful than your brain. And we focus so much on our logic and our intellect and our thinking. And so to drop down from that and expanding your consciousness and your heart to be open to receive, to be open to offering guidance and really firing those neurons of love and light and warmth and fulfillment. So go ahead, roll the shoulders back a few times, lengthening and opening up your spine. Maybe you take your arms. This kind of looks so cool with my sweater this morning. I feel like I'm, I don't know, like a butterfly, some type of flying, soaring eagle, bird. Okay. And go ahead and decide which hand you would like to tap on. Take a deep, full breath in. Sigh it out, let it go. Create that stimulation in the back of your throat. Take that again, deep, full breath in. And exhale, let it go. So even though I might attempt to control outcomes, I accept myself. Even though I have fears related to being taken advantage of, being used, I am okay. Even though I might people please in attempt to feel safe and calm in myself and have my needs met, I deeply and completely love, honor, forgive, and accept myself and anybody else I come in contact with. To the eyebrow, so much at once. I'm experiencing so much at once to the side of the eye and right around the temple. Where that bone is, feel that tapping sensation. Negative beliefs that I've learned through earlier experiences. Negative beliefs that I learned through earlier experiences. Feeling confined by old patterns and habits. Feeling confined by old patterns and habits underneath the nose. So I've created these protective mechanisms. I created these protective mechanisms to the chin, to people please, to control, to people please and to control, to the chest, because people pleasing is really about me. People pleasing is really about me underneath the arm. In attempt to be liked, approved of, in attempt to be liked and approved of, to the wrist. So tap the wrists together. It's understandable that I do that. It's understandable that I do that to the top of the head. But sometimes I judge and critique and shame. Sometimes I judge and critique and shame back to the eyebrow. And it feels heavy. Tiring. It feels heavy, tiring to the side of the eye. My whole body is fatigued and exhausted. My whole body is fatigued and exhausted underneath the eye. My chest aches. My chest aches underneath the nose. Sometimes it's hard to breathe. Sometimes it's hard to breathe to the chin, and there's overwhelming thoughts And there's overwhelming thoughts to the chest where I might shut down and hide and escape. I might shut down and hide and escape underneath the arms. And I view things from a fear-based lens perspective. And I view things from a fear-based lens perspective. Tap the wrists together. And I become so scared and feeling unsafe. I become so scared and feeling unsafe to the top of the head. I become hyper vigilant, restless, on edge. I become hyper vigilant, restless, and on edge to the eyebrow, constantly checking, trying to relieve self, constantly checking, trying to relieve self to the side of the eye. Now I'm aware of these patterns. I'm aware of these patterns underneath the eye, so I can check in instead of check out. I can check in instead of check out underneath the nose, to go inwards towards myself, to go inwards towards myself to the chin. I recognize when I'm triggered and activated. I recognize when I'm triggered and activated to the chest, around the collarbone. And I make space between the stimulus and the response. I make space between the stimulus and the response underneath the arms. So I'm less reactive. I'm less reactive to the wrist, and I'm aware of myself and my patterns, and I'm aware of myself and my patterns to the top of the head, and I respond with curiosity. I respond with curiosity to the eyebrow. I let go of judgment and analysis. I let go of judgment and analysis to the side of the eye. Less about the story, less about that external story underneath the eye, because I'm often projecting. I'm often projecting underneath the nose. What am I projecting? What am I projecting? To the chin. These fears and learned old beliefs. These fears and learned old beliefs to the chest, like I'm being taken advantage of and used. Like I'm being taken advantage of or used underneath the arm. Where do I feel that? Where do I feel that? To the rest. In my stomach. In my stomach. To the top of the head. So I hold my stomach. I hold my stomach to the eyebrow. I hold myself. I hold myself to the side of the eye. I am here for myself. I am here for myself underneath the eye. I notice. I notice underneath the nose. How long has this been here? How long has this been here to the chin? For a really, really long time. For a really, really long time to the chest. So it's not as relevant now. It's not as relevant now underneath the arm. It's an old feeling. It's an old feeling to the wrist. So I let my system know that. I let my system know that to the top of the head. This part of me is so young. This part of me is so young to the eyebrow. Doesn't fully understand. Doesn't fully understand to the side of the eye. So emotional and overwhelmed, so emotional and overwhelmed underneath the eye. So many protectors underneath the nose trying to fight for me to the chin. I get it. To the chest. They can now see me. Underneath the arm. They can now trust me. To the wrist. We can slow down. To the top of the eye. We make space. To the eyebrow. Trust the process. To the side of the eye. I'm seen by them underneath the eye. Witnessed by them underneath the nose. In my wisdom to the chin. In my confidence to the chest. In my compassion underneath the arm. In my care and love to the wrist. Towards all of these parts, the top of the head, especially the one in my stomach and gut, to the eyebrow. There used to be anxiety, the side of the eye. There used to be hurt underneath the eye. So much hurt underneath the nose for feeling used, the chin, for people pleasing, to the chest, for chasing underneath the arm, for trying to control, to the wrist. We get it and understand. To the top of the head. We're with it, to the eyebrow, to be here, to the side of the eye. All of this space underneath the eye, all of this warmth underneath the nose, all of this power to the chin, to be fully seen, to the chest by a younger self, to the side or underneath the arm, in true self, to the wrist. Look at you, to the top of the head. So much beauty, to the eyebrows, so much radiance, the side of the eye. A leader underneath the eye, a guide underneath the nose, full of self-love, to the chin. Breathe to the chest, making changes on the cellular level, underneath the arm. Integration to the wrist. Wholeness, the top of the head. Fully believe and open to the eyebrow. Feel it pour out of your heart. To the side of the eye. Let the clouds move out. Underneath the eye, for the light to shine in. Underneath the nose. So much light. To the chin. So much magic to the chest. To feel magnetic underneath the arm. I am magnetic to the wrist, but I let go of the outcome. To the top of the head. Open to the unknown, to the eyebrow. These infinite possibilities. A trust in the world around me, side of the eye. This is a trust in the world around me, underneath the eye, in the universe to hold me. Underneath the nose. The universe takes over. To the chin. I give this to you. To the chest. No longer alone. Underneath the arms. We are not alone. To the wrist. We are not alone. To the top of the head. Fully protected. To the eyebrow. Fully embracing and trusting. The side of the eye. In this power of self and the world. Underneath the eye. Fully feel it underneath the nose. Raising the energy, uplifting the energy. To the chin. Feel this power and abundance. To the chest. Opening up and letting it in. To the side of the arm. Fully feel it. To the wrist. Fully trust it. To the top of the head, in this full alignment in mind, body, and heart, and gut. In this full alignment in mind, body, heart, and gut. You can cease the tapping. The gut is clear. The gut is open. Sending in through this intuitive sense. Let the messages reveal themselves. Take it in through your heart, up into your third eye, to the top of your head. What comes? Notice what comes. Breathing, slowing down. Recognizing, noticing the effects, fully receptive beyond your usual senses. Perhaps a tingle sensation. Hearing world and life move all around you. It will continue in your stillness, in your presence, to be with and fully interconnected, whole, unified, magnetic. Take a deep, full breath in. Exhale it out. And thank you so much for showing up for yourself and practicing with me. You amaze me. Namaste.